Good evening and welcome to the Badande Show with your host with the most, Brian Badande. Today we've got three lovely gentlemen from the scrapyard here. I'm just going to pass you over to get a brief introduction themselves. Good evening, gentlemen.
Very nice to meet you all. My name's Dave Beattie. I am the Chief Vision Officer at the scrapyards, making sure everything runs smoothly and looking into things in the future.
My name's Dougie McGraw. I'm the owner, and I own the scrapyard. It was my vision to bring a scrapyard to P9, and I run the team up at the scrapyard.
My name is Sir Bongo Chuk. I am the Director of Operations of Miles Affit Scrap and Salvage, which you can find at Postal 867.
Thank you very much. So, I'm going to start with you, Mr. McGraw. Can you just explain why you felt the need to come on the show today, sir?
Well, this goes back to before my scrapyard days. I've not always been a legitimate businessman. Anyone who knows me knows that, I've been involved in various criminal enterprises and nonsense throughout my days. And, I think the police have never given me a fair break. I've been dragged out of a car at gunpoint while having a serving police officer in my car. We were, the policeman was off duty and we were mistaken for somebody, but a gun was waved in my face. I've been shot by PD for no reason. I've been basically profiled several times, pulled over and arrested for no particular reason. And now, on Sunday there, we had just moved to our new premises down at 867, having had the scrapyard up in Polito for a number of months, and not 4 hours after moving into our new premises, the police turned up en masse with firearms drawn and attempted to raid my property.
Oh no! Can I ask you other guys? How did that make you feel when this all happened?
Well, let's just go back to the actual event. I actually turned up to the scrapyard first and just saw quite a lot of police there with firearms and that. It was quite concerning, especially when they started pointing them. I was placed into cuffs without being told why. Just then I was being detained. Just had to sit quiet and just let the police do their jobs. I was quite scared, very shaken up about the whole situation.
Did you fear for your life at any point in the whole situation?
Well, I was absolutely petrified with these quite high-grade firearms being pointed towards me.
I understand that. So just we have been made aware from Mr. McGraw. He's passed the document of the warrant that we've received, and what can we say about this document? Do you want to start with the? I can see there's some faults in it. Obviously, I recognise your name's spelled incorrectly for a start.
Yeah, well, I don't like the fact that my bloody name is spelled incorrectly. How hard is it to spell D-O-O-G-I-E? You know what I mean?
No, I understand that, sir. Just try and keep the language down, yeah.
I'll do my best, son, but this is...
I understand that. I understand it's an upsetting time, but we just try and keep it in, yeah. Let's try and get his point across.
Okay, sorry, son. Sorry. No, we were out having a look around the city. I was doing a bit of off-road biking. That's one of the things I enjoy doing. Keeps me grounded. And then the next thing, somebody phones me and said there's a whole load of armed police down at the scrapyard. So I thought I better get my behind back there, and I did. Got off my bike and immediately had a gun pointed at my face. Was cuffed. Was told my property was being raided. I tried to remonstrate with them and say, we've only been here a few hours. How can you raid this place? We've only owned it for a few hours. But no, yeah. They went ahead with it.
And obviously, a man of your age, I imagine that's quite upsetting. When you've got armed officers turning up to your premises with no warning.
I'll be honest with you, Mr. Badande. It's not the first time I've had a gun pointed at me, but still, it doesn't. It's not very nice. Parts of my, let's just say, some of my clothes needed a good wash after it.
So, can you just ask me, sir, can you just explain to me what you think the worst mistake is on this paperwork? Because I can see several. I just wanted what you believe to be the worst.
Me or Dougie?
You.
Well, personally, having had looking at the warrant, it's definitely the fact that well, the warrant was actually out of date by 5 days.
Oh dear.
Which is really quite ridiculous, and I was just really taken aback by the fact that they had made such a large mistake.
I can see they've obviously acquired some research on Mr. McGraw where they've listed a number of cars. Are these all cars that belong to you, Mr. McGraw?
Yes, they all are cars that belong to me. However, had they made the list at the time that they approved the warrant, there would have been a couple other cars in there that I had before that I'd sold in between the time of the warrant being issued and the raid being carried out. So I believe that they had grabbed the list after the warrant had been approved. Now, let me just get this clear just now. I'm not calling it just calling it a question. The police here, the judge who signed this, is obviously. I don't know how far I can take this, but I'll take it as far as I can. I think the judge who takes this is obviously sniffing gear.
Oh, whoa. Obviously, also, the Badande show can't confirm that allegation, so we're gonna wipe that one from the record, Mr. McGraw. If you understand.
Of course.
So, obviously, do we know the judge's name? Is this maybe something we should be taking further?
Harry somebody. Who's it, Beatty? Or Chuck? Use.
I don't recall.
Okay, no worries. We can look into that afterwards. So, if they approach you with any kind of form of apology for their mistakes,
I've sent you a copy. I emailed you a copy of the apology letter. Mr. Jacobson, though, I will say Mr. Jacobson at P9PD has always been very fair with me. He's a man that I've got a great deal of respect for.
Okay.
You know, and I wouldn't lay this problem solely at his feet. In fact, I wouldn't lay any of the problem at his feet. He's one of the good officers of the city. I will say that.
So is this whole situation now made you look over your shoulder a bit more when you're at work? So obviously,
Well,
you know, it would be understandable to feel a bit uneasy if you think, you know what I mean, you're being watched constantly.
I don't think there's any coincidence the fact that we've not had an order from any of the businesses in the city since this raid took place. Yeah, I think it's dented the trust businesses have in us. You know, people may be questioning, what are those boys hiding down there? Now, we're hiding nothing at the scrapyard. As the police will be able to tell you themselves, I let them into all our storages without them having to use their special tools or equipment. I gave them the passcode so they could get in. And they found nothing. They found absolutely nothing in the scrapyard. Not that they would have ever found nothing. Now, as I've said, Badande, I've not always been a clean-cut businessman, you know. I've done a fair number of bad things in my life, but I've turned a fresh leaf, got my company together with my pals, and we're just trying to make the best go of things. And the police are not giving us that chance.
Well, that's what this show's about, you know, rehabilitation. You know, we put people through the system, we get them better, and we let them rehabilitate themselves like you've done, sir. So you should be proud of that, sir.
Well, I try my best, but you know, pride always comes before a fall, Badande.
I understand. Is there anything else you want to add to that, sir? Any of you guys want to add a bit extra onto the what we missed?
Just as director of operations, who oversees quite the vast majority of the scrapyard, just want to say that it did shake up quite a lot of the workforce, and I would just like to put a word out towards the people who create warrants that they should take a little bit more care and precision if they want to execute these successfully. I mean, when I opened the warrant, it was just an absolute mess of mistakes. There was too many holes and gaps that I don't even know how that passed the courts.
Yeah, we can obviously see then we'll show for the audience at home, we'll show a copy of the warrant so they can see for themselves. We'll obviously blur out any details that need blurring out. But I want to thank you all three for coming down here tonight. And guys,
thank you, Mr. Badande.
Remember guys, that scrap ain't no crap. Take it down to Dougie McGraw's scrapyard and get some coin in your pocket for it. This has been the Badande Show. Badande out.